My company held a moment of silence for me at the Monday all hands. I was sitting in the third row. Our VP stood at the front and said, in this careful voice, that the company had lost one of its own over the weekend. Nora Marsh, 26, from logistics. Grief counselors would be in the East Conference room all week. 300 people bowed their heads. My name was on the screen behind him with a photo from my badge. I looked around the room waiting for someone to laugh. Nobody did. The woman beside me was crying into her sleeve. A guy from my own team turned, saw me, and went completely white, like the floor had dropped out from under him. I stood up. I'm right here, I said. It came out too loud in a silent room. What happened next was chaos. Somebody screamed. Half the room turned around. Our VP stopped mid-sentence with his hand still raised. And before I could say another word, our HR director was already walking down the aisle toward me with her arm out, steering me toward the door. She took me to her office, shut it, and locked it. Nora, sit down. We have a problem. She turned her monitor around. There was an email from our benefits administrator. Timestamped 6:12 that morning. Employee deceased, Nora Marsh, 26, and attached to it, a scanned death certificate with my name and my birthday on it. I'm alive, I said. I drove here. I was at my desk at 8. I know, she said. That's what makes this so complicated. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Once a system marks you dead, it doesn't care what you say. My badge had already been deactivated, so I couldn't get back to my floor or into the parking garage I'd driven into that morning. My laptop wouldn't authenticate. Payroll had frozen my direct deposit. By 10, my bank had flagged the account, and by noon, my phone plan was suspended because the carrier had gotten the same notice. The texts started coming in before I lost service. My best friend Devin, this prank is insane. Everyone thinks you're dead. My boyfriend, this isn't funny. Call me. My cousin, my mom says you drowned. What is going on? I couldn't prove I was me. That's the part that still messes with me. I sat in an HR office with my own driver's license in my hand, and it did not matter to a single system in that building. Around 1, our benefits admin found where it came from. The claim had been filed at 5:40 that morning by the person listed as my next of kin, my stepfather, Dale. He'd reported that I'd gone out on the river Saturday night and never came back. My stomach hit the floor. Dale and I hadn't spoken in almost 3 years, not since my mother died and the whole ugly fight over her house started. I'd filed to contest it in March. The police came that afternoon. They were as confused as anybody, asking where I'd been Saturday, what I'd been wearing. One officer showed me grainy footage from a marina camera. Someone in a jacket that looked exactly like mine walking out onto a dock at night and not walking back. They'd found an overturned kayak downriver Sunday morning. No body. I told them I'd been home all weekend. I couldn't prove it. I live alone. Then my downstairs neighbor came through for me. She'd had a package stolen in the spring and put in a doorbell camera pointed at the shared entry. Her footage had me hauling groceries in Saturday at 4:15, and again taking my trash out at 9:40 that night, complaining out loud about the rain. The audio caught me, time-stamped both ways. The detective put the rest together within a week. My mother had left a life insurance policy that Dale had quietly kept current with me listed on it. $400,000. If I died before the estate case went to hearing, the house fight ended and the policy paid out to him. So he took an old jacket of mine out of the garage, walked a dock at night for a camera, pushed a kayak into the water, and reported his stepdaughter drowned. He was arrested on Thursday. Insurance fraud, filing a false death report, and a couple of things I didn't understand. The company sent a correction email Friday and reissued my badge. It took 11 weeks to get my bank account fully unfrozen. I still have a folder of paperwork proving I'm not dead. Here's the part I can't shake. When the detective went through his history, he found Dale had filed a missing person report on his own brother years ago, right before a payout on a different policy. Nobody ever looked into it. The brother has never turned up.